Hi everybody, welcome back to the Gamers Vault. I'm your host James. Today we are going to talk about the light gun, but before we do that, I want to go ahead and tell you a little bit of an update of the Dreamcade replay. So we got a recent update from Mike and the team about their recent trip to China. There's a couple of things they wanted to go over with us. The first, they wanted to discuss the replay itself. They wanted to do a specific redesign of a VGA port, which looks like that right there. Excuse me, I'm going to put it right here. So it's right here, and it looks pretty good. They wanted to give us something like that. Also, they wanted to tell us there was a slight delay with the contracts, which is fine, but the replay may be shipped out. Let me take a look real quick. I want to be able... So the first production units they're talking about May 22nd. So towards the end of May. Supposed to be the beginning or mid-May. Towards the end of May, they're sending it out, which is great. So thank you, Mike, for that update. Also, since he had some time, he was not only waiting for the contract negotiations, guys. Windows is doing an update. So instead of us waiting when we get our replays 40 minutes for this update to complete, Mike is waiting for that update to drop, lock in the final design, so that way they can do the production value and get those replays into our hands. He's also using, like, I think he's got like 7 or 8 test replays to test out the update on his software and, of course, the emulators that are part of that. So he's doing fully testing. He's going to test it, and guess what? He's going to test it some more. So that way when we get it, it's not going to be too big of hiccups. Because, you know, not for nothing, when it comes down to anything with the replay, you may have some slight hiccups. But that's with any console, Sony, Xbox, they all suffers from that. Am I saying it's going to happen? No, but just keep an open mind. Let's face facts, right? So while he's doing that, he's also going to stay in China until the production is starting to roll out. So pretty much he's staying in China to make sure that everything is done, do all the testing, and then he gets it done. And also, when he leaves China, they'll be rolling them out to be shipping out to the Kickstarter backers first, and of course, those who pre-order the replay through the website. So, thank you, Mike, for the fantastic update. Fantastic. But he also wanted to tell us about some emulators that he was testing. The first one was the PSP. He said it came out fantastic. He tested God of War, and he tested, what was the other game? I had it written down. You know what? Let me go look at my notes real quick, guys. Sorry. I want to make sure I tell you guys all the best news I can. Okay, God of War and Midnight Club 3, and it came out fantastic. He said the resolution is spot on. It works perfectly. He also tested the Dreamcast, which works really well. He said that tested fine, but the one that he was working on that I found interesting was the GameCube. The GameCube didn't test so well. I guess it's personally, it's more of the development of the emulator more than his own design. So the emulator did test okay, and he was able to get Super Smash Bros. Melee to work, but other games suffered a little. So, okay, I mean, there's not much we can say about that, guys. People develop these emulators for free for all of us gamers to have, so we can only go with what is out there. Let's face facts. The final emulator that he did test is for you guys who like the Commodore 64 or the Commodore. He tested that. He said that came out fantastic as well. So for you retro gamers out there that love the Commodore, the load times are a little bit faster than those floppy times. Let's face facts. So it's running from there. And it's fantastic. So overall, guys, we're in for a treat when the replay drops. What do we do now? I'm so anxious. I can't wait to get my replay. I want to open it up. I want to do the unboxing on total unboxing. Total. Once I get the replay, I'm gonna crack open the box on my YouTube channel, and we're gonna set it up, and we're gonna do it live. So any mistakes, anything that comes out will be done. So I'm going to do it on my YouTube channel live. So if you're not subscribed, subscribe to me. Hit that bell so you'll know exactly when notifications come out. Or better yet, I'll go ahead and drop down my Twitter Follow me on Twitter. I'll go ahead and tweet it out as well. So that way you guys get the latest information on the replay. Let's talk about something different. A couple of videos before back, I said to you guys I had my joystick and buttons, and I was so happy to have that because I'm going to be using that for the replay. I want to be able to use my arcade using an arcade stick. That's the what I wanted to do. And by the way, I'll be revisiting that arcade stick soon. The joystick didn't really work out, so hopefully I'm going to save up some money and get a new joystick, and I'll install it for you guys on another video later on. But while I'm waiting for that to come, I was thinking about what else can I do? I mean, the replay's coming down. What else do I need? I have a controller. 8BitO did that for me. I paid for that, by the way. And it's fantastic. It looks something similar to that. And I love the design on this. So, Nintendo being a Nintendo kid, I kept this one. They do have Super Famicom, and they do have the Nintendo version of the 8BitO, but I like that one better. But I'm missing something. What could it be? I know. I'm missing light gun. That's right. Light gun support. So, according to Mike, when they did the replay, alright guys, so let me get a little closer here. According to Mike, when he did the replay, he said there are light gun support. So he'll have, on his software, he's programmed for light guns to work already. Like a plug-and-play kind of a deal, which is fantastic, right? But what light guns can you use, right? There's only like 2 out there. I promise you guys that this video is a sponsored video, so I'm not going to lie. It is sponsored. So I contacted the people at Ultimarc. Andy, first of all, I want to say thank you to him. I was in contact with him, and this video couldn't be possible without you. So from the bottom of my heart, thank you so much for allowing us to display and demo your product, because it is fantastic. So in this video, I want to talk about an OEM kit that came from Ultimarc. But before we do that, I want to go ahead and tell you about 2 videos that I want to get involved with. The first one is EazyHax video. EazyHax is fantastic for the community. He's programmed so much stuff for the RetroPie. Or I should say the Raspberry Pi using RetroPie software. So don't get me wrong, even though I'm going to be using this light gun not only for the Dreamcade replay, I'm going to also be using it on RetroArch thanks to EazyHax. I wanted to show you what his video looked like, because he has a video. Ultimarc had sent him the actual light guns that look like that. And basically what that does is he sets it up on his Raspberry Pi, he hooks it to his TV, and he demos it to show us that it does in fact work fantastically. So I'm going to link his video down below. Once you're done watching this video, after you look at the how-to of how I do the OEM, check his video out because it's fantastic. If you have a Raspberry Pi or RetroPie, you might want to check that out because it's fantastic. The next thing I wanted to talk about is light guns. Light guns are specific. What do I mean? So, light guns themselves, let me tell you, it's rough. Light guns were very rudimentary back when we were growing up. We didn't know that. You know what I mean? We just know that I shot the duck and it died. And if I didn't shoot the duck, the dog, that scruffy freaking bastard of a dog, will laugh at you. I said, one of these days I'm going to shoot you. Damn dog. You need to be put down. But a YouTuber made a fantastic video about how light guns work. So instead of me explaining it to you, let's go over to that video now and check it out.
How light gun games work and why they don't work anymore. The key thing to understand about CRTs is that the video signal coming into the TV pretty much drove the beam that actually drew the picture directly. If the console was outputting the brightness of a particular pixel, then the TV would be displaying that pixel at that moment. Light gun games use this to detect what pixel they are pointed at. The light gun has a lens which acts a bit like a telescope, focusing the light of the pixel it's pointed at onto a sensor inside the gun. When you press the trigger on most light gun games, the screen flashes white. When the TV starts displaying the white pixel the gun is pointed at, the sensor detects the bright light and sends a signal back to the console. As the console knows what pixel it was currently outputting at the time, it now knows the pixel the light gun is pointed at. On new TVs this is completely broken. The whole frame is normally read in, processed, which adds even more delay, and then displayed almost at once. Therefore, when the light sensor detects the light and sends it back to the console, it's already much too late and the console has already assumed the shot was off screen.
Alright guys, and I'm gonna go ahead and link that YouTuber's name at the bottom as well. I want to say thank you to him for a fantastic video that he's made. It came out brilliantly and it's very well said. He made a video, his video pretty much goes on how he made a light gun using a Wii controller. But to be honest with you, it's great and I love his ingenuity. But I wanted something a little bit different. So, there are several light guns you could choose from, right? I mean, this is an OEM kit that Ultimarc sent us. So I can put it on almost everything. So what did I choose? I chose this. The Sega Light Phaser. So I got this one for about $8 on eBay. I'm going to be honest with you. It has a lot of plastic wear and tear, but as you can see, the light gun, the mechanism still works. So in this video today, I'm going to show you what I got from Ultimarc. I'm going to show you how I put it together, and then we're going to test it on an NES emulator and shoot some ducks. Too bad I can't still kill the dog. But, and overall, guys, sit back, relax, and enjoy. Alright, everybody. So, let's talk about the Sega Master System gun. Alright, so, I got this on eBay for about $7 or $8. And the shipping cost more than the gun itself. And there's a reason why I did everything I wanted. I wanted something nice, right? And I wanted something sleek. Master System gun did have that. So, I chose that one over anything else. Technically, this gun was like modeled after the Atari's XG for the 7800 series. So, and it's also the equivalent to the Nintendo's gun as well. So, Nintendo had their version of guns. I'll throw some on the picture so you guys can see it. They had two models. This one is another model of that kind of gun. Why did I get it so cheap? Well, there's a reason why. One, they broke it. But it's not a problem. It's not going to hinder me so much. I know how to fix this, and the other piece is right here, so it's not a bad thing. The way this gun works is that it had two decals. One here, and one here. You remove one of the decals. It's usually on the left-hand side of the gun. So you just take off that, and you remove screws here, 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 and then, of course, two down here. Once that's done, you just flip this over. So we're going to take this apart so you guys can see. I already did it earlier, so you just do it carefully. And you move this out. See? This is one half of the gun. Put that over here for now. Now, once you get to the guts of the gun, you actually see it's kind of quite simple. They gave us some weights to give the gun some heft when you're holding it. You don't want to have it too light, and as you can see, they did a pretty good job with that. There's no rust on this, anything. That's pretty cool. The only thing that's, I think, what happened here with the gun is that plastic does get kind of crappy at the end. Yeah. But you could definitely see the way it goes. This is the magnifying glass, which I think I might use. Yeah, I might use this. So I'm going to put that to the side for now. And we're going to put this to the side for now. Alright. Now, it's pretty simple how they did this. So you have the switch that swivels on top of a little bar. And you just... That's it. The switch sits on top of this. You know what this reminds me of? An arcade switch. Some arcades usually have something similar to this. The wires for the switch are pretty much soldered on, so we're going to desolder these wires to keep the switch intact, right? So you got positive and ground. Ground being the top, and then you've got the positive, negative, and at the bottom here. So we're going to keep that. This, on the other hand, is how the light gun gets its focus. It has a beam of light. You can see it in here, and it goes through. So just to give you guys a little bit of background, this light gun died. Completely dead. It doesn't work. I've tried fixing it myself, so I'm not getting rid of it. Just to give you guys a heads up. That's how we're going to do it. That's how we're dealing with this. Beside that, you're probably wondering why I have this. Most light guns, or light gun games, have bomb switches, right? So I'm going to put this down for a minute so you guys can get an idea of what I'm talking about. What I mean is that when you're playing the game, normally on different light guns, you'll see a little button on the side, and you're like, what the hell is that for? And usually it's for like throwing grenades out, or ducking, or whatever the game you're playing has, right? So I got these 12 by 12 switches, and what you do is you put a cap on, like this. Let me go ahead and put the cap on off camera so I can show you guys my idea. Okay. And pretty much what you're going to do is, that's pretty much it. That's basically what it does. Why I have this? Okay, so it's a couple of good questions. One, I'm not going to keep it red. It looks like nasty on this, but here's my idea, so bear with me. Behind this light gun is a plastic piece right here. It does nothing, literally nothing to the gun. It just sits there. Look, there it is. I took it right off. That's all it does. So my thought process is, take this here, put it on the back here, and then I have a start button or add quarters button here. So that's one button I'm going to have, right? The next button I'm going to take this wire off just for a minute so that way you guys get, again, the idea. What I'm thinking is, while I have the light gun looking like this, when you're holding the gun, maybe put a button here or on the side here, so that way I can drop my bombs or grenades or whatever, and then boom, 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 right? So that's what I'm planning on with this Sega light gun. So what I'm going to do is, I'm going to go ahead and show you what goes in the light gun now. So, wow, this gun goes back together really nicely. Alright, so let's put this to the side for now so I don't break it. What's going to happen next is my kit. So as you guys know, and I was telling you before, this video is sponsored. So this is a sponsored video by Ultimarc. So I spoke to Andy at Ultimarc, and I'm going to put his link in the video so you guys can check it out. You need to go to this site. This is for all Dreamcade Replay users as well as Raspberry Pi users. This guy has everything you need. Andy, you're the best. Let's put it that way. So, while that's in there, we're going to show you what he gave me. The first thing you're going to get is this. And this is for your bar. So this is going to be for, this is how the bar is, okay? So he pretty much has the same concept as the Wii. This is good for like up to 32-inch televisions. That's pretty much what this is good for. He does have a bigger bar, which is good for like TVs of 55 and up. So there you go. So that's the way that would work. So there you go. Put that to the side for now. Like this. The next thing is this. Now, this is important because I'm going to show you why. When we get deeper into this is how the light gun's going to work. Let me take it out so you guys can give an idea of what it looks like. Okay. There we go. So this is the concept of the light gun. This is like Model 2 of what he has. So this is where your gun has to be focused at. And then the mini USB is what this does. This pretty much eliminates the Sega cord and gives you a USB cord so you can hook it up to a Raspberry Pi or a Dreamcade Replay. So that's basically what this does. That's how small it is. And then you got the wiring harness for it. So this is the wiring harness for your switches, the switches I'm going to be using, such as this, as well as the Sega switch that you saw earlier. And of course, I'm gonna glue it all together. So pretty much, I'm gonna give you an idea of what I'm going for here. We're gonna put we're gonna put this here like this. Sorry about moving the camera. We're gonna put this here like this, and we're gonna hot glue it in. And what I'm gonna do also, I'm gonna cut a little bit of plastic here to push this down. Right? We're going to push this down. We're going to use that same concept. And we're going to hot glue this down here. Run the wire here, down here. Same way the way they had it before, back here. And there you go. Presto changeo. This gun will be perfect at the end for my light gun mod. So I'm going to go ahead off camera and get it all prepped up. So that way you guys can see that. Because I don't think you want to hear the loud and all the other craziness I have to do to this. So I'll be back in a minute. Alright, buddy, so we are pretty much back. Let's go over a couple things that I have here. So, I want to remind you guys, I got this gun for about $8, like I said. It was a little bit, not that pricey, and it was broken. And literally was broken. When I took this apart, the plastic started to crack. I had to re-glue this side here, and anyway, let me get on to the video. So, what I did was two things here. As you notice, I think it's... Do I still have it here? I want to just so I can show you. Okay, yes. So, as you notice, in every light gun, it has this magnet, right? Not magnet, this magnifying glass. For your light gun, at least this mod for the light gun, you can't use this. This pretty much is a hindrance, so that's kind of sad news. So, what I did was twofold. One, I have the board towards the front here. And it is used, like I said, with a mini USB. So I can literally take this out, pull this out, and put it in another gun. Which is probably going to wind up happening after this video. I normally would wait for a new gun to be replaced, but because of time and everything else, I have no time to wait. I have to make this video because I have a couple other things I want to show you guys. Anyway, let's go further. I kept the magnets, the heavy magnets inside the gun to give it that weight so it doesn't have that different weight differential. I soldered on the wires for here. When you plug this in, you're going to notice one long wire. That one long wire is your trigger, which goes on the top here. That's what the trigger for this one is. It's very much on the top. So I soldered that one to this with the red wire. And the ground goes here. Now, to the back, what I did was, like I promised, like I said, see how it cracked here? I went ahead, I drilled a hole, and I made a push button. So now I can drop my bombs or whatever I need to do with the push button. That's what I did with that. When you do the buttons, they do give you one with the wiring. You can have like, let me see, like 6 or 7 buttons to put in here. That's a lot. I only use one. I don't need just one. So I'm going to show you what it looks like when I close the gun up. So I'm going to put this on here. And pretty much it goes back to normal. It does slide in. I have to play with it a little bit because, again, a lot of the plastic broke off. So I had to do a lot of finagling to get the gun to look the way it is. But there you go. So you know what? Now that you saw how it's put together, let's go ahead. I'm a little old school, so I'm gonna hook up an NES emulator and play some Duck Hunt, cause frankly I miss Duck Hunt. So let's get to my computer screen and let's get started over there. All right, guys. So we're back here. I have the light gun hooked up, the Sega light phaser, and we got Ubi Nest loaded on my TV screen. Let me go ahead and fix the autofocus because apparently my camera likes to do that. Okay, on the very top here is the light bar that you get sent by the OEM from Ultimarc. I just put it up there with some tape for now. I'm gonna have to figure out a specific way of doing it so that way it doesn't damage the light bar. But this one's good for like up to like 32 inches. This light bar here. It's a 22-inch monitor, so it does for the case of what we're doing today. It'd be fine. But I'm gonna have to get the bigger light bar. Ultimarc does sell bigger light bars. I think they go 55 and higher, and probably gonna have to do that because I have a bigger TV in my house. So that's probably gonna have to be a possibility. Either way, it's pretty cool. If you want to see the actual light gun in action and programmed, for sake of this video, I'm only showing you the NES light gun games. But my friend and of course favorite YouTuber that does a lot of RetroArch stuff is EazyHax, Forrest. I'll link his video down below. He has the actual Ultimarc light gun and the bar set up, and he programmed it to work on arcades. So you're gonna take. I'll program. Let's put it this way, guys. Just check it out below. You'll see the video what I'm talking about because he does a great job with that, guys. For this video, let's take a look at 2 light gun games. The first one is my all-time favorite, and you know, usually for you guys, it's probably yours as well. I'm gonna bring you in a little bit, and we're gonna play Duck Hunt from the world of Nintendo. There we go. I just always wanted to shoot that damn dog. Anyway. Boom. Alright. So, basically what this light gun is done, at least what we've done with the light gun, is simulate the mouse. That's what we're doing right now, and that's what it does for at least for the Nintendo version of everything here. The reason why I'm showing you this, guys, is because the Dreamcade replay, those who that are getting that, it is based on a Windows operating system. So just to show you, the Ultimarc gun, at least with the OEM guns that you can get from Ultimarc, will work on this. And if you want to use the kit and just retrofit your own light gun, definitely it is possible. They have the kit there, so you can definitely do it yourself. I mean, this is perfect. Look at this, guys. Play your old games right back on the TV console like if it's brand new all over again. Let's change the game up a little bit. Let's go ahead and go to Hogan's Alley. I'm sitting a little bit further away. I think about 4 or 5 inches. 4 or 5 inches. Wow. Feet away, because you do get a long cable, a USB extension cable. So I am sitting further away from the monitor, and it's perfect. I just want to point that out, guys. I'm not up in arms on it. I'm gonna put Hogan's Alley on. Ah, I killed a detective. All right. Hey guys, I hope you liked that put together video for you guys. If you found it informative, definitely leave some comments down below. Tell me what you think. What kind of gun will you be using on your light gun? I just want to let you guys know, definitely go to Ultimarc. If you're getting a Dreamcade replay, and I know a lot of you are, a lot of you guys back this product, you're going to want this gun. Either want it built already, Andy's got you covered. If you don't want it built and you want to try my video, I have you covered. Matter of fact, I think EazyHax is going to be doing something soon in his videos regarding the OEM kit. So you might want to check that out when it comes out. I mean, definitely subscribe to him as well. He's got a lot of good videos out there. But if you're going to do it, guys, do it soon. You heard Mike. May 22nd is pretty much going to be coming around the corner. We're almost at the end of April, going into May. So you might want to get to that as soon as possible. Put your orders in now. Because I have a feeling after this video and after a couple of videos of different people, Andy's going to be busy. But beside that, guys, if you're going to be using a light gun, just do me a favor. First, get one that is broken. Now that this is fully modded, I'm definitely happy with it. But when I say broken, don't get one that you left it in the sun and it starts to crack. Because as you can see, this gun has some cracks here. It's got it over here. You know what I mean? The guy who had this gun, I guess he bought it at a flea market and it was in the sun, and that's what happens when guns like this sit in flea markets and they're trying to sell in the sun. It happens. So just treat the light guns right and make sure it's broken. If you're gonna do a light gun, you don't want to break the ones that are still workable, because you can still use that in retro TVs on your retro consoles. I'm a collector, guys. As you can see from behind me, I collect a lot of retro games. So you might want to do this mod only on broken guns. It's the best way to do it. Keep those broken guns alive. At least the shell points, of course, the mechanisms. You want to keep that going. And it'd be pretty cool to have one of these on your arcade. And if not this one, the light guns that Andy sells is fantastic. He even has the holster that you can put on your arcade. So you can do it either way. Anyway, guys, thank you for checking me out. Like I said before, like this video, subscribe, hit that bell, because when I do get the replay, I will be doing a live opening of it on YouTube. So you might not want to miss that out, because we're going to set everything up. We're going to set up my joystick, we're going to be setting up the light gun, and we're going to get everything set up for the Dreamcade replay. Anyway, thank you for joining on this edition of the Gamers Vault, and I will see you next time. Take care.
Sega challenges you with the ultimate video game, the Sega Master System, with twice as much memory
Dad?
as any other video game. Advanced video technology like scrolling backgrounds, graphics in 64 colors, digital sounds, and light phasers.
Fresh!
And you can add to the excitement with sports pads, control sticks, and the first video games ever in 3D.
Sega's the one.
The Sega Master System. The challenge will always be there.